Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel and welcome to another week's weekly reading vlog. So, lots of stuff planned for this week, but we are in the third full week of the readathon. Third week of the readathon, not full weeks, it started on a Wednesday, so nearly full week. And I have completed 8 of the 15 prompts, so I still have 7 books to read, and we're going to decide what book I start with this week. So the books I have left and their prompts are Mexican Gothic, which is a book with a beautiful cover, or Elijah Michelson. To Sir Philip with Love by Julia Quinn, which is Rebecca Michelson, read a romance. The House by Christina Lauren, which is Klaus Michelson, read a genre-bending book. The Lock-In by Phoebe Luckhurst, which is Tyler Lockwood, read a book with a low rating. When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandia Manon, which is Stefan Salvatore, a book with a dual point of view. Twisted Games by Anna Huang, which is Damon Salvatore, a book that gets you excited. And finally, Queen of Shadows by Sarah J Maas, which is Caroline Forbes, read a book with a strong female character. So those are all the books I have to read in the next, 19 days? Oh god, that's actually horrifying. Right, so I have created, or the internet has created, a spinny wheel. I was using this quite a lot last week because I just couldn't make my mind up. And this is going to tell us what book we concentrate on to start with. So let's see what we get. I'm scared. I don't even want to say anything yet. What is it? The Lock-In, okay. It was very nearly When Dimple Met Rishi, and those two are the ones that I'm least excited about. So we have The Lock-In by Phoebe Luckhurst. People hate this book, and I do not want to find out why. It's a gorgeous cover, so I really hope that I go against the grain and love it. I don't really see that happening though. I can do this, I can do this. It's pretty big font, and it's like 370 odd pages. Wish me luck. Hello, it is Monday night. We have been doing this week for a day, and I finished a book. I finished The Lock-In by Phoebe Luckhurst. You know how time works, you know it's been a day. I have given this book 1 star, and I said in my Goodreads review, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And I will uphold that on Goodreads and Storygraph, but in my vlogs, I'm a very honest person. So let's say something about it. This is the time where I say, if you are this author, if you know this author, if you are friends with this author, stop watching this vlog. I don't know how this book was published, and I mean that sincerely. There isn't a story. Let me take you back to the blurb. Ellen and Alexa have survived hangovers, dodgy landlords, and most of their 20s together. But can they survive this? While nursing the hangover from Hal, a flooded kitchen leads best friends Ellen and Alexa and hapless housemate Jack into their attic to turn off the water supply. But when Ben, Alexa's date from the night before, walks in, the door slams, the handle breaks, and all are trapped. Cue the worst ever morning after the night before. As the hours tick by, Ellen nurses her sore head and watches as her best friend falls for this handsome stranger. Only for a horrifying realization to hit. She is sure she knows Ben from somewhere. Frantically searching her memories, Ellen pieces together how they've met before. Is Ben really who she thinks he is? And more importantly, what on earth is she going to do about it? That sounds tense. That sounds like there's a big secret. That sounds emotional. That sounds stressful. They're in the attic for about 6 hours. And the secret is so dumb. It's so dumb. The relationships between the characters are the fakest things I have ever read in my life. They aren't real people. They genuinely aren't. No one engages like this. No one tells us the same thing 8 different times every time we switch point of view. We don't need to recap the last time we had their point of view. And I don't know how this was published. 1 star, probably my worst book of the year. Ran over. We need to pick my next book. And obviously I can't do that without the help of a spinny wheel. I really can't believe I've spent time reading that book. It's actually made me quite upset that I've wasted my time. So let's remove it from the spinny wheel, and we only have 6 books left for the readathon. Whatever this is will probably be my read for the rest of the week because I'm pretty busy. So what have we got? I can't read it from upside down. Oh no, what are you? No, it's the one I didn't want. No. Okay, so we have the book that I have actively been considering unhauling for about a year. This is When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandia Manon. This is a YA romance. It's all I know about it. Let's do this, guys, because this has got amazing reviews. This clearly doesn't. We're gonna like this. We're gonna like this. Please, just please. Okay, I'm vlogging from my phone. I look very dishevelled. I've literally just got in the door, put my shopping away, set to go and get food, put my shopping away. I'm loading up Netflix. It is time for Bridgerton season 3. Yes, we've only got 4 episodes, but am I moving from this spot on my sofa bed in the next 4 hours? No, I am not. Let's go. Hello. It is Friday afternoon. It's like nearly 2 o'clock. I started work so early this morning because I'm going out and I'm going to the Brett Young concert. Sadly, my friend can't come with me who I'd booked a ticket with. So I'm going on my lonesome. Hopefully there are people in the queue there that I know and they're already there and I can mingle when I get there. But yeah, I'm just gonna leg it. I'm gonna go. I did start When Dimple Met Rishi. This is probably the worst book I could have picked for a readathon because it was one that I really just wasn't interested in reading. So I've dragged myself to page 44 and it's cute so far. It's not a bad book, but I'm just not interested in it right now. So hopefully I can read this tomorrow. Reading for the readathon has stopped, which meant vlogging has stopped, which meant all content has stopped, but concert time. And then I'm done with concerts for the year, so I'll stop having concerts as an excuse. I'm really tired. The concert was fun and everything, but I made the bad decision of trying to park in the car park next to the venue. So I was queuing out of a multi-storey until very late last night. I got back around midnight, just gone midnight, and I got out of bed about 8 o'clock. It's now gone 9. I don't know where the hour's gone. I'm just kind of existing. But I'll have been showing you concert stuff on the screen. I got on the front row. So I got there at like 3-ish. Got there at 3. And there were a handful of people waiting. I think I was about the 7th person to turn up. But then the O2 Academy has a giant priority queue and they let everybody in before they start moving the normal people. So by the time we actually got in, it's a long room. I was on the 2nd row despite being sat there for 4 hours because I'm not on O2. Like, it's so stupid. I think it's ridiculous. Then, very unfortunately for them, and I really hope they're okay, there was a pregnant lady in the front and she tried to be moved to balcony because she wasn't pregnant when she bought the tickets. They wouldn't do it, so she was stood right at the front. And even before the support artist, she was just like, I can't do this, I need to be out of here. So she left, her boyfriend, fiance, husband, stayed, and then before the support artist, he's like, no, I can't really do this. So he left and he offered me his space. So I did get on the front row, but I really hope that they're okay. So yeah, it was just a bad, like, Brett Young was good because he's good, he's a professional. But the whole atmosphere in there just wasn't it. We had like fights, we had people passing out and security not doing anything. We had just like constant security stood at the front, which I get, but then the water being handed out. I've been to concerts clearly where they hand out water. We must have been the most hydrated crowd that you have ever seen because they just were constantly over me handing out water. There's no point in being front row anymore. Anyway, I did get a guitar pick, which is pretty cool. This is Tony's guitar pick. But Tony, I was stood in front of him all night, so when he handed out guitar picks, he threw it and dropped it. And then the security guard just kind of like picked it up and handed it backwards so that anyone could grab it. And I was like, yeah, it's mine. It was coming for me. So I have a guitar pick now in my collection of guitar picks on my bookshelf because I have no idea what to do with them. We need to read something because it's the readathon and I haven't read anything since Monday. When Dimple Met Rishi is today's book. Yesterday I read 44 pages without really trying. So I'm going to set myself up now. I was like, do I even film like a read with me or something to make it like content so I motivate myself? No, that wouldn't be genuine. Let's sit and read some of this. Maybe if I even read for an hour or something and just see what happens. Put like an ASMR room on or something. I do want to film my TBRs for June, July and for going on holiday. I'm gonna do 3 separate videos for those because I know what I'm reading because I'm going away. Like I could do that. So I might do that today. We will see, we will see. Really, it's gonna be a pretty chilled weekend. Okay, hello. I've been doing those forest sprints, like where you grow a tree, for an hour now. So I've read for a straight hour and I am up to page 192. I actively don't, I was gonna say I don't like this book. I don't love this book. I don't hate this book. It's very meh. It's very like 2012's Contemporary, which it came out, Jesus. It came out 2017. So in theory, it shouldn't be quite that like cringy. But yeah, finding it quite cringy, not vibing with it. I'm gonna finish it clearly because I've read like 130 pages. No, more than that. 150 pages in like an hour, so it's a very, very quick read, but I'm just not enjoying it. So I thought we would find out what my next book is together by doing the spinny wheel that I'm relying on for everything. So I only have 5 books left on my TBR. So we have Mexican Gothic, 2 Sir Philip with Love, The House, Twisted Games, and Queen of Shadows. So all of these I want to read, but I'm like daunted by them for some reason, which is why they've been left to this point in the readathon. So let's find out together what we're reading. Is that Twisted Games? Oh, I think it's Twisted Games. I think this might be quite perfect for a readathon, like for a hot weekend, reading outside maybe, because this is a smutty romance and I'm here for it. Like, this is like a bodyguard princess sort of romance. Oh, it is literally a bodyguard princess. I've not made that up. I liked Twisted Love, but I loved the story, but I hated the audiobook. It made me cringe. So knowing it was the same narrators, I had to read this one physically. So yeah, this is gonna be my next pick after this. We're gonna go with insanely quick YA to smutty filth. And feeling like I might enjoy the smutty filth a little bit more. Where I currently am in my life, this isn't ticking the boxes anymore. I need this. It is 3 o'clock on Saturday. Where has the day gone? Where do all Saturdays disappear to? I have absolutely no idea. I finished When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandia Manon, and I'm not in focus. And I gave it 3 stars. I see why people did love this, but it just didn't really like tick all the boxes for me. It's a very cute romance. It's kind of at the age range where if you read this as like a YA reader, with quotation marks, like 15, 16, it's spicy enough that you think you're reading something scandalous, but it's actually not telling you any information. So I think it's really good, like age related, because the characters are 17, 18, so kind of adults, but not quite yet. It's a sweet little story. It deals a lot with Indian culture and arranged marriages and things like that, which obviously I don't know anything about. All of my references are from like other pop culture stuff, so that was really interesting to see in a YA. But yeah, it just didn't really, like, I didn't dislike it, I just didn't love it. It was very easy to read. I should say as well, because I haven't mentioned, I have been listening to The Magnolia Palace by Fiona Davis on audio. I picked up this book just because it was a book of the month edition, and I saw it in a thrift store in America, so I grabbed it. I think I paid like $2 maybe, but I found the audiobook on my library app, and I'm currently on page 72. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Like, we have some jumps around in time and I'm not really sure what's happening, but I think I'm potentially picking it up. I'm not sure. We have, yeah, 1919, and we're also in 1966, and working out how it links is where I'm like, hang on, what on earth is going on? But hopefully I figure it out. I'm now trying to find, yeah, chapter 5 was 1966. Oh, it was the first one that was, because I'm on chapter 6. I don't know, got a bit lost. Maybe that's the point, to lose you a little bit. But I just love these book of the month editions. Like, this makes me so happy. Right, I'll carry on listening just while I'm pottering about, and then I'm gonna get dressed and go to my mum and dad's, is the plan. Hello, it is Sunday morning and I am just about to start reading sprints, but need to like get myself fully ready. I'm doing morning sprints on a Sunday. I'm kind of excited about it, but I want to let you know that I'm reading Twisted Games by Anna Huang, and I got home yesterday at like 7 o'clock, went to bed at 11, and in that time managed to get to page 230. So genuinely started smashing through this. It is not an amazing book by any means, but it is definitely entertaining. It's definitely easy to read, and I think I'm going to finish this in 3 hours of sprints. So actually, I need you here, don't I? Because I need to choose the next book. 230 pages into this, and then the next book is To Sir Philip with Love by Julia Quinn. So we're going to move on to some Bridgerton. I am obviously in a Bridgerton mood. Binge the first 4 episodes of season 3. Absolutely loved them. So it's time for more Bridgerton after this. I'm going to head to my parents. They have gone on holiday, so I'm on tortoise feeding duty. So I'm going to take my book, feed the tortoises, and go sit in the sun in their garden. Because being in an apartment, I don't have one. That's the plan. I'll update you if anything fun happens. Here we have YouTube's famous Don. The camera sees you, Don. You gonna eat your lettuce? Need a hand with the lettuce? One of the laziest, slowest creatures. And hungriest. Slow down. Give yourself indigestion. We then have Myrtle, the most dramatic of tortoises. Are you going to eat or are you just going to want attention? Should I get you out? I will in a minute. I need to deal with you both. She likes under her neck tickled. Oh dear, you made me jump. How rude. How rude. Hello, it is now Monday morning. I didn't vlog towards the end of last night. I was absolutely exhausted and got the worst headache. So this is not a good end to the weekend. But anyway, I hosted my morning reading sprints, fed the tortoises, and then I got back, was just chilling, like no real rush at all. And then Ali from Hardback Corder / With Malice was streaming one of the Dark Pictures anthology games. So I was like, well, I'm gonna watch this instead. So didn't really do any reading. So by the end of the evening, I only got up to page 169 of Bridgerton #5, which isn't bad going at all, but it's really not, you know, fantastic. So yeah, got up to just shy of halfway. I don't love this book, which is really annoying because, I mean, they're all stacked in here. The first 4 books in this series I gave like 4.5 to 5 stars. This one's very meh right now. It's pretty much just like quite a weak romance, but set in the Bridgerton era. Obviously I know Bridgerton isn't the era, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I don't really know how I'm feeling about this one. I'm not a giant fan. I do want to finish it, hopefully today. It's about the same again. I'm sure I can finish that after work today. We will see. But that'll be in next week's vlog. So, apologies that this vlog's probably been a lot of this exact angle. I try to at least take you to the tortoises. And I can't promise there'll be anything more exciting next week. But I hoped you enjoyed seeing what I was reading and what I thought of the books. If you did get to this point in the video, please leave me a purple heart emoji for the purple of Eloise in this book. I really appreciate you guys a hell of a lot, particularly the ones of you who are commenting and interacting with me after the vlog. It really does mean a lot to me. So, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!